Hello, welcome to the Walking Dead episode, The Grove Recap. So this episode starts off with, if you watched The Talking Dead last week, sneak peek episode preview. So there's someone puts a tea kettle on a stove that works and has gas, and it's boiling water, and that water boils fast. Starts whistling already, and camera pans a little to the left, you see a window, and there's a little girl out there playing tag with a walker. This is key information that you will learn about a lot later in this episode. So then, this is the opening intro with the song and opening title scene. Then it cuts to it's dark and Carol's up talking to Lizzie. It's a Carol, Lizzie, Judith, I forget the little girl's name, Kayla or something like that, and Tyrese episode. That's all you get. Last week, you had to keep track with three groups of people, what was going on. And to me, I don't know what happened, but whatever. This episode, one group of people. Where's everybody else? Don't know. Stuff happens. 2 episodes left before you have to wait 7 months for another episode for season 5. Fun. So they're talking, and Carol tells the little girl, Lizzie, go to sleep, and she's like, I can help you, ma'am, and she's like, she keeps calling her ma'am this episode, and in the season earlier, the other one calls her mom, and she's like, don't call me mom. So Carol tells her a story about how she used to have a daughter, which, if you remember season 1, she had a daughter and an abusive husband, and in season 2, her daughter died and was a zombie. Yeah. So she didn't talk 2 whole seasons about her kid. And if you remember, she didn't really do anything to find her kid because she was missing for a long time. Daryl was looking for her the most. Jesus, these rednecks in this series, I just don't know sometimes. Right, so then they're talking, and basically she tells her, I killed 2 people, and the other one's like, yeah. Will you miss me? Like she tells her, do you miss your daughter? And she goes, yeah, every day. She goes, oh, will you miss me when I die? And she goes, well, I'm not gonna have to, because you're not gonna die. You're here, you're gonna be with us. Right, so then later in the episode, they're walking to the Hermanes. They keep walking on the train track. How big are these train tracks, dude? Everybody's walking on these train tracks forever, it seems, And they don't find each other, they don't bump into each other. And it's just like, Jesus, man, oh God. So then she ends up talking to Michaela, I think her name is. I feel bad for not knowing her name because something happens later. I should know her name. But I remember, I read all the comic books up to volume 20, and my brain can hold so much information, and it's mushy. So, and she's talking to her, and she's kind of the nice, sweet, younger sister, like, oh, she could be, she's still a nice kid, even though her dad died, and, her sister tortures rats and dead rabbits, and likes to play with zombies like the people, because she understands them. And a lot of people were like, she's crazy, like, she thinks she understands them, and she thinks they're still people. But if you remember back in season 2, when they get to the farm with Herschel kept his dead family, his zombie family, neighbors in a barn and fed them and thought there was a cure. Which, who knows? That Eugene fella says he's a scientist and he needs to get to Washington with Mr. Abraham, tough army guy, and Rosita, who looks like a hoochie, short shorts and tight top. Okay, so they have a cure, he's a scientist with the mullet and wears shorts in the zombie apocalypse. I believe him. Yeah, so then, Carol keeps telling Michaela, you need to toughen up, it's okay to kill zombies. And she's like, I know I can kill zombies. I'm just afraid, like I could do it. I'm just afraid. Cause her sister shot those people in the prison, Pow! Fun stuff. Remember when Walking Dead was exciting? How they gonna end this season? They all meet up on the track and give each other a hug and say, I missed you. Sorry, the governor came in, wrecked our house. So I don't know what's gonna happen. But who knows? 2 episodes left, right? So back to this episode. Sorry I go on a rant and a tangent. It just kind of annoys me that they keep dragging this half of the season. Everybody's walking on track. Oh, look at this sign. Oh, show up and survive. Like, let's get there. Let's get there. Come on, you got an hour. Beth and the Daryl's in a gang now, it looks like. Right, so Carol keeps telling this little girl, you need to toughen up so you can survive. My daughter, she mentions her kid twice in this episode. My daughter, she was like, she died. Because she tells her, like, oh, I could survive. And she goes, yeah, my daughter, she was nice. She didn't have a mean bone in her body. And she died. Sad. And, the little Michaela girl tells her about her mom. Like, oh, my mom used to say everything works out in the end, something like that. Real sweet. And, you believe your mom because that's your mama. But if you haven't noticed this, your bigger sister is fucked up in the brain. Get that girl some mental health. And another thing, come on, dude. They lived in the prison together with these Woodbury people for how long? Carl was going crazy, and sometimes, the season ended, and Carl was crazy, and there's these old people and these little kids showing up in the prison. What's gonna happen? And then, they don't show you what happened, and it's months later, and they're farmers now, and everything's fine. What happened? Carol got left in the woods. She found Tyrese on the track with three little white girls. What was Carol doing the whole time? Who knows? We'll never know. Never know. Right. So then, keeps going. You find out Lizzie's crazy. She's the one who was torturing the rats and feeding the zombies. And she even fed the zombies. She had a shoebox full of mice. Zombie broke his leg on the track, and she told Tyrese not to kill it. Because they don't have to. Yes, you have to sometimes, but you don't have to all the time. And then later she brings him a rat. And then the little sister's like, what are you doing? And she's like, I understand them. They just want me to turn like them. And she like tries to get it to bite her hand, and she's like, stop it. And then this is the coolest part of this episode. Some burnt up zombies come out of the woods, and they start screaming, and they run off. Now they mentioned there was a fire, and the little girl tells Carol, because the Carol's walking in with Michaela, and she's like, oh, the fire stopped, she's like, oh no, it's not, it's still, the smoke's black, so if it was white smoke, the fire would be out. I miss science class, blah 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 blah. Carol's trying to toughen her up, tries to get her to shoot a deer because they found a house and they're trying to live there. They're gonna stay in the house, Tyrese, Carol, Judith, and Michaela and Lizzie. It doesn't work out that way. Right? So, yeah, so then, I'm trying to wrap it up because it's going on too long. This episode dragged on too long, but stuff happened. Right, so the whole time Carol's trying to toughen up Michaela, and, Lizzie's crazy, and you find that out. She's the one with the rats and feeding the zombies, and, she's crazy. She's mentally ill. She thinks zombies, she understands them. Okay. Yeah, you messed up, little girl. So then, she has a thing where she's like, oh, she tries to get him to bite her. And then Carol and Tyrese go off into the woods for a little bit, and they come back, and there's Lizzie with the knife and blood on her hands, looking like Michael Myers. And she's like, wait, now you understand, because she killed Michaela and didn't stab her in the brain. So she's like, now you understand, you understand now. Like, Dixie, and she pulls a gun on him, like, no, don't, just wait, we gotta wait for her to turn, and then you'll understand. And there's Judith laying next to her, alive. She's alive. She's gonna kill her next, though. So Tyrese takes Lizzie into the house. Carol says, oh, I'll just tie Michaela up with her shoelaces, and, we'll have lunch and come back. Really? We'll eat? Right. So then, you find out she's crazy. They're gonna take this little girl to the terminus. She's killed her little sister. Can't do that. So then it ends with, look at the flowers was another thing they said. Look at the flowers and count to 3. Or 1 to 3. She count 1 to 3. Which Lizzie did when her dad died. That's what Michaela told her. Oh, just look at the flowers and count to 3. Like you're supposed to. So what I took was, oh, so she was mentally ill before and showed signs of being a serial killer, and you took her and got some help. Okay, why didn't you tell anybody about this when you moved to Woodbury, or when you went from Woodbury to the prison and they suddenly had crops and everything all the time and nobody said anything? Oh, and another thing, like, what are they gonna do with Judith? In my opinion, they should have left Judith dead after the prison attack, like in the comics. Sorry if you haven't read the comics, spoilers, but Lori gets away with, she has a baby, she survives giving birth to the baby. Then the governor attacks the prison later on, and she gets shot by Woodbury, and they kill Lori and the baby. And then they turn on the governor. So what are they gonna do with Judith? How long can a baby survive in the zombie apocalypse without formula, without a mother? No breast milk, no formula. Dad somewhere else. Baby's crying all the time. What are you gonna do? They're gonna show up at tournaments, something's gonna happen. I'm trying not to give you comic book spoilers because it's kind of messed up. And it eats me inside because I know what's gonna happen and what's coming, and it's gonna be crazy if they do it right. Because I heard there's only like 1 or 2 seasons left, and I know there's only 2 episodes left in this season, so I have no idea what they're gonna do with the TV show. But I hope it's good. So then they end the episode with Carol, because earlier in the episode, this is kind of important for the ending. When Tyrese and Carol were out in the woods, Tyrese told her about how he still dreams about Karen, and sometimes they're in a group with strangers, sometimes before the zombie apocalypse, sometimes this, sometimes that. And then somebody kills her all the time, so he has nightmares. And earlier in the episode, when it's dark, he's having a nightmare and he's sleeping like, no, no, no. He keeps saying no when he's sleeping, so he keeps having nightmares. And at the end of the episode, after Carol kills Lizzie because they can't have her around people, what are they gonna do? Personally, this is kind of messed up, but I would have let Michaela turn and then bite Lizzie in the face. Why? Because they kind of went that route in the first season when the first attack on the camp and Andrea's sister gets bit and Andrea's holding her with the gun to her head. Oh, that would have been cool. But that's me being myself, kind of messed up with the brain. But, I have no idea what they're doing with this season, how they're gonna end it. Everybody's walking on these train tracks. Maggie's doing fingerprints on the train tracks with blood. trying to find Glenn, even travel for Glenn, go in here, Glenn, go to the terminus, Glenn, and episode 4 this ends with Glenn finding the sign. Oh shit, now Abraham and all them are on the tracks too. So I'm gonna be really disappointed if they end it with Glenn, Maggie, both their groups, Carol, Tyrese, Judith, Rick, Carl, Michonne, if they all end up on the tracks and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe it. Wow, so I don't know what they're gonna do, but if they do that, I'm gonna be disappointed. Because, come on, let's do this. Right, so yeah, I'm gonna end it there because, it's going too long and I'm getting sleepy. Gonna stay up, watch some Comic Book Men because I like that show. And I wish it wasn't on at midnight, but what can I do? So like this video, check out my previous video of the Walking Dead Volume 20 review if you're into the comic book or you're just curious. Stuff got crazy. So, check out my other videos, check out my other crap over, If you like this, leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll catch you guys out on the next one, man. Have a good one.